everyone. During this session, we're going to look at risk analysis, and it's a simple framework that you can use to analyse any risks that might come up as part of your consultancy project. This is part of the Customer Success Toolkit module. So what I'm going to look at is the NLP Logical Levels module or model, which allows you to have a structure for understanding what is going on in an organisation, a department or individual. Now, with this tool, you can look at it to look at where an existing implementation has gone wrong, but equally to assess and appraise whether an implementation is going to go right or not. And it allows you to assess in practical terms with a client, are all these things in place and what is it they can do to mitigate risk? So it adds precision and depth to both our communication with and our understanding of people. So when we consider NLP logical levels, you can see the different levels we have here from environment, behaviour, capabilities, values and beliefs, identity and purpose. And it allows us to look at the where, what, how, why, who, and who else. So I'm going to put this in context to Salesforce and to think about how it can help you assess and mitigate risk, how it can help to identify problems, and how it can help to realise a success plan for your projects. So with the environment, I'm going to go through these in a lot more detail in a moment, but with environment, it's about setting up the right IT infrastructure to support users to access the CRM. With behaviour, it's about customizing the CRM to align with and improve upon user behaviour. Number 3, capabilities, is about empowering users with the knowledge, training and skills to embed technology. With values and beliefs, it's about realizing the value and benefits for the organization, teams, and individuals. For identity, it's about making the CRM at the heart of the organization to support performance. And with its purpose, it's about aligning with digital transformation to maximize customer service and impact. So let's have a look at how this plays out in practice. So first, let's consider environment in more depth. So the questions you would want to ask the client and in context of this project is, do the team have the necessary equipment, internet access and technology infrastructure to use Salesforce as they need to? For example, if they spend time out of the office, can they input or access the necessary information easily via their phone or tablet? Do they need offline or mobile enablement? And what other software will they be using, and will this need to be integrated or compatible? So there's lots of things to think about with the environment, and it very much looks at a technology audit approach to see what they might need. And some of the considerations might mean that you need to set up email integration successfully. You might need to set up mobile interface and enablement successfully. And it will help you think through what their technology needs will be. The second, behaviour. This is about the activities that people do and whether Salesforce has been aligned to enhance and help them deliver their activities in an improved way. If you have it mapped out, customized and improved, and it's there to improve their processes using Salesforce, then they will believe it is adding value. Then you're on to a winner. However, if they have been spoon-fed an out-of-the-box solution that does not align with their day-to-day activities, then it is likely to fail. So process mapping and modeling is the way forward with Salesforce. It really is about understanding what they do now, educating them how Salesforce can help them in the future by providing them with scenarios and helping them think through and choose the best approach, maximizing the value of Salesforce technology to help them enhance and improve their efficiency of their processes that they deliver now. They want to feel that this is improving the way they work, not impacting and hindering the way they work. Number 3 is about capabilities. So the first question to ask yourself is, do they know what Salesforce is? Do they know that it's a global leading CRM system? Have they got that background knowledge? That can be really important starting point. The second is, do they know how to use it? What training have they been given to deliver in their job role? And is this training suitable for their individual learning styles? Because everybody learns in a different way. So maybe if training has been delivered in one way, they might not have been they may not have been able to understand it the way they need. So it's worth considering what training you need to deliver, what training needs to be delivered to help people really understand how to do their job role as either a front-end user or indeed a back-end user if they're an admin. You want to assess how confident they are. Now, if you're doing a brand new implementation, obviously they won't be confident to start with. But if you are picking up an implementation where it's not been used successfully in the past, you need to understand how confident they are in how the current system is set up. Are they using it in the right way? Are there some quick wins that you can educate them on? Do they know its potential? Because quite often they don't know what Salesforce can do, so they don't know what to ask for. So educating them on and giving them awareness about what is possible is really important, because then they can feed back on additional requests that will really add value to them. And the final thing, as I've talked about just earlier on here, is do they know how to administer their system? Is there a Salesforce administrator? Ideally, there would be at least 2 people who can be the administrator of Salesforce as a backup if somebody works part-time or is away. So assess and think through how you can give people really good capabilities in Salesforce. How do you skill them up, empower them to think about not only what is possible, but how to use the system right now? The fourth is values and beliefs. So do users know why they are using Salesforce? Do they believe in what the value is? Do they understand the benefits that it's providing for themselves, their team, and their organization? Now, the benefits will only be realized for themselves if they believe it is solving some problems for them. And they will only believe that it's beneficial for the organization if they understand the problems it is solving for the organization. What you want to achieve is that they are aligned with the values and the overall vision of success. And this is where change management really comes into its own. There has to be really important reasons communicated and understood and felt about why Salesforce is there. Now, if people aren't bought into it and don't feel that it's adding value, you will come against problems. And for those people, there may be winners and there may be losers. So some people may choose to leave if they honestly don't think this is providing value for them. But ultimately, your success for Salesforce implementation is about it adding value. It is about it giving strong value to people. It is about them believing that it is going to make a difference to them in whatever way it needs to. So being clear on what those benefits are is really important for everybody involved. Number 5 is about identity. And this is about people's perception of Salesforce as a tool. It shouldn't be seen as just an administrative tool that people need to do admin into, but they should see the CRM as the living, beating heart of the organization that enables everything to function. It shouldn't be seen as the extra admin activity that you need to do at the end of the day. Now, some of the things that some of the mantras people say when they're implementing Salesforce is if it isn't in Salesforce, it doesn't exist. Like the management team need to derive and gather their key performance indicators from the system and so it has to depend on what's in the system, because otherwise they can't get that information. Now, some organizations will even give Salesforce a name because maybe Salesforce has a negative connotation for whatever reason. So they create their own name for Salesforce, the CRM system. We've had Doris and Storm with previous clients that I've worked with. And the reason for giving them its own name is to strengthen its importance and role in the organization. So it's important to see how people identify with the CRM system. Do they see it as a key important component of the organization because it's where they will access all information and intelligence about what is going on? Or do they see it as something that they have to do, or maybe they don't have to do as an admin tool, because then quite often it doesn't get used. People don't trust the data in it and it becomes an unused platform. So there has to be that real identity about it. There has to be that core focus of why it's there for you and that you can't live without it. The final one is purpose. And what I pick up on here is, what is the purpose of the company and the value of Salesforce to that organization beyond just daily benefits? Like, does the company consider themselves to be a leader in the digital transformation space? Do they see that this CRM system is going to transform the way they work and that they are going to implement the best in digital success? That they want to be a trailblazer story, that they believe they are being innovative, forward thinking, and customer focused. They're going to go revolutionize how they deal with customers, because that is what true trailblazer stories are really about. And it's a symbol of companies that really do squeeze every inch of value out of implementing Salesforce. It isn't just a tool to manage security. It isn't just a tool to reduce admin, but it's a tool that is going to transform customer success. That is the story that some customers love to tell when they believe the purpose of the CRM system will transform their organization to be the best customer experience for anybody, the company in the market they will be in. They believe that they are going to stride out in front of their competitors because of what they are doing and the investment they are making. And that might be about having a triple double impact, both on profit line, both on impact on their customers, both in giving back and their social mission. Like, it's about having a true transformation purpose. So this is where you want to enable customers to think bigger, to woo them with this possibility of being forward thinking, being innovative, and being the best in their marketplace, and shining a light on everything that they are doing. As a consultant, you can be an enabler to this by setting that tone and that context and giving them that imagination to think big. And then let them step into that, and equally their team to step into that thought process. It's great to share trailblazer stories of other companies that have done it so they can pitch themselves against other people that they might resonate with. So this is the final thing. Quite often, if they don't engage with this purpose, they don't see this bigger picture for themselves, there might be a risk that they don't see the value, the full value that they are getting from this system, and that people don't get on board with it. So with each of these areas that I've evaluated on, there are risks of lack of system adoption and implementation failure if these risks aren't fully embraced. But as a consultant, you can educate, you can walk through these risks with a client, you can help them understand where they can really achieve success, and they can mitigate risk wherever possible. I hope you found that useful session. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.